Since the collapse of FTX, the crypto industry has taken on an emperor has no clothes vibe. The enormous valuations, the awkward celebrity ads.
I'm getting into crypto.
And the big promises about the future now all look a bit absurd. While Bored Ape Yacht Club was not the biggest phenomenon in crypto, it embodied all of those things.
You didn't buy it for the artistic value of it.
No, it's a monkey, man. Nobody buys a monkey for, 300 grand.
After the price of their investments has cratered, several Bored Ape NFT owners are now engaging in a class action lawsuit against an auction house that they claim is partly to blame for the NFT's loss of value. But more importantly, they blame Sotheby's. That is the group that they are now going after, of misleading investors about NFTs and their value. So look, we'll get into the details of the lawsuit shortly, but first, if you are unfamiliar with the art of the Bored Ape Yacht Club, here's what the NFTs look like. Various apes in various costumes with various expressions. And
wow.
People spent a lot of money on it. Now, the Bored Ape NFTs are created by Uygur Labs, which is also named in the lawsuit. So the amended lawsuit alleges that Uygur colluded with fine arts broker, defendant Sotheby's, to run a deceptive auction. After the sale, a Sotheby's representative described the winning bidder during a Twitter Spaces event as a traditional collector, the lawsuit said. And that auction, by the way, took place in September of 2021, back when crypto was clearly much more popular and, more importantly, had a little more, I guess, credibility in the minds of some speculators and investors. Now, Sotheby's representations that the undisclosed buyer was a traditional collector had misleadingly created the impression that the market for Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs had crossed over to a mainstream audience, the lawsuit claimed. Lawsuit plaintiffs say that harmed investors bought the NFTs with a reasonable expectation of profit from owning them. So look, there are a lot of people getting sued for the whole NFT debacle, particularly when it comes to the Bored Ape Yacht Club. In fact, there are many celebrities who are named in a class action lawsuit as well. Why don't we get some details on that?
After Hollywood agent Guy Oseary teamed up with Uygur in 2021, celebrities started talking about the apes. The price soared. Uygur made a commission every time an ape was sold. In March 2022, a $450 million venture capital investment gave Uygur a valuation of $4 billion.
You know, I'm an investor, I'm a fan, Guy Oseary's my guy.
How many apes you have?
7.
Now, a class action lawsuit claims those celebrities were secretly paid to tout the apes and got them for free through a crypto payments firm called MoonPay, which some invested in.
I just got my first NFT.
Oh, you did? What was it?
Through MoonPay.
Okay.
MoonPay.
The lawsuit, filed in December, calls this a vast scheme to misleadingly promote and sell the Uygur financial products and inflate their prices. It names Uygur, MoonPay, Oseary, Fallon, Hilton, Bieber, Snoop Dogg, Madonna, Post Malone, and other defendants.
In fact, there was a celebrity jeweler who was approached by Uygur to essentially promote this NFT. And I think what you hear in this interview featuring the celebrity jeweler tells you all you need to know for why he refused to engage in any of the promotion of these NFTs. Let's watch.
Celebrity jeweler Ben Baller said he rejected a deal to promote the apes.
Not once, not twice, 3 times I've been offered a Bored Ape through MoonPay.
They wanted you to not disclose that they had purchased the ape for you.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
You wanted to seem like you bought it for yourself because you liked it. Which you know what the craziest thing about that is that a lot of celebrities who are going into this, they're probably just stoked to get the ape, and they don't even realize a lot of them probably don't consult their legal and shit like that beforehand.
Yeah.
A MoonPay spokesman denies Baller's claim and says the company looks forward to the lawsuit being dismissed.
So the update on this lawsuit is the inclusion of broker Sotheby's, because the investors feel that Sotheby's basically colluded to make it appear as though this investment had much more credibility and much more profitability potential than it really did. To which I say, Did any of these people stop and think about the utility of the non-fungible tokens that they were investing a ton of money into? Like, the only value it has is whether you can sell it to someone else for a higher price. That's the only value, but there's no utility to it, right? It's not even a piece of art that's tangible. It's literally online. Anyone can just screenshot it and have it for themselves. Like, what? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this lawsuit's really gonna go anywhere. I just feel like there's a certain level of gullible nonsense on the part of the investors here.
Yeah, no. So this breaks out into two different parts. So first of all, the Bored Ape thing overall is obviously a scam. I've seen dozens of scams like this in my life, where people say take some junk, absolute junk, and pretend that it has value, and then speculation arises, and then people egg on the speculation, and then they sell. After they sell, the bottom falls out, and the average guy gets screwed. I've seen it happen, like I said, dozens of times. It's the most obvious scam in the world. If you fell for it, I love you, brothers and sisters, but that's on you, okay?
I believe in the legal profession, they refer to these schemes as pump and dump. Am I correct?
Yeah. It's a classic pump and dump. So there's a lot of different ways that you can characterize as a pump and dump, but in this case, they're pumping up the value of the so-called art, which isn't art at all. It's just garbage, total trash. It's just not worth a penny, okay? And so, but the folks who bought it, did they know that? Of course they knew that. I mean, look at what they even say in their lawsuit. They say, oh, this took away our reasonable expectation of profit. Wait, so you admit it was speculation? Because I thought you were buying art from Sotheby's. Because if you were buying art, congrats, you have the beautiful, valuable art. Who cares what anybody's willing to pay for it? Hang it up in your house or in your computer or wherever the hell you put NFTs, and good luck with that. I mean, if you had a Picasso, nobody was willing to pay for it. You still got a Picasso, and it's still gorgeous, or a Van Gogh or something. So just put up your Bored Ape and see there, you got the value out of it. No, you were going in to speculate. And so that gets to the most important thing here, which is now I've seen this in 3 different cases in the last 2 months or so. There is no reasonable expectation of profit. That's not a thing. I don't know where this madness came from. Okay, we run a company called TYT. Should I just sue everyone in the world because I should make more profit and they owe me? No, that's not a thing. Sotheby's doesn't owe you a profit. And it doesn't matter if it's a traditional buyer or not a traditional buyer. First of all, you bought. So what difference does it make that there was another buyer that was traditional or otherwise? And no, Sotheby's is just someone that facilitates sales. And so you either buy it or you don't. And that's up to your dumbass.
Right.
Okay. Now there is one people though, Anna, that I can see being sued. I'll come back to that in a second, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted to provide a little more clarity because I feel like I haven't done a good job articulating what this update to the lawsuit is. So basically, the allegation here is that Sotheby's colluded with a buyer to basically, this buyer spent a ton of money on the NFT to make it appear as though the NFTs are super valuable, right? And that individual is Sam Bankman-Fried. So the mysterious traditional collector who bought 101 Bored Ape NFTs for over $24 million was Sam Bankman-Fried. And so the allegation here is he colluded with Sotheby's to just give the appearance that these NFTs are more valuable than they really are. I don't know what evidence they have of that. I know Sam Bankman-Fried is a super shady guy for sure. But nonetheless, I am curious who you think has an argument with merit here.
Look, they'll have to get into the details, and I can't definitively conclude that. The jury will have to conclude it, but if Sam Bankman-Fried said, all right, look, I'm gonna buy one of these things for $30 million so that every idiot thinks it's worth $30 million, then I'll sell 10 of them for $30 million and I'll make $270 million. Okay, that's a good scam by Sam Bankman-Fried, but he'd have to tell Sotheby's that it's definitely a scam and have them misrepresent on purpose. So if you got the goods on that, then maybe okay, they're part of a conspiracy. But I'd be surprised. More likely, Sam Bankman-Fried's like, oh, I'll overpay for one of them, and Sotheby's like, okay. I mean, they get a commission on it, so they're like, yeah, great, overpay. And like, but hey, Sotheby's, that might lead other jackasses to overpay too, and they're like, okay, okay. But to be fair, it's not on them. They didn't make you buy it; you bought it, and
totally.
so. But Anna, there is an interesting case against the celebrities, though.
Oh, no, I totally agree. I totally agree, because the celebrities absolutely provided the illusion of credibility in this investment vehicle, right? I don't know if they knew what they were doing, if they all knew what they were doing, but it doesn't matter. They were promoting something. They were promoting an investment that really had no value at all, and eventually did crash, and people lost a lot of money as a result of that.
And when you're talking about fraud, there's one part of the case that could really be interesting and difficult for the celebrities, which is that if they knew that they hadn't bought it, which obviously they knew, right? And they purposely agreed to pretend that they bought it because it was really valuable, then they might be in a little bit of trouble for fraud. So that's probably where the interesting part of the case is. So then you can't just say, hey, dumbass, it was your fault for buying it. No, then they were part of a fraud perpetrated on these people. And so then it gets a little bit more complicated. But again, I'm not prejudging that. There's the devil's in the details, and they'll have to go to court and prove that, and we'll see if they can. But that one's at least interesting, as opposed to Sotheby's put up some junk, and I knew it was junk, and I wanted to make money off of it, but goddamn it, I didn't. Why doesn't Sotheby's give me a profit I didn't deserve? That's not a thing.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.